Welcome to another episode of the Curtis Zone. I, your amazing host, Dylan J. Curtis, ask that you hit the like and subscribe button, as well as remember to look at my bouncing pecs that are on my amazing shirt. Today we are talking about all the shows that you possibly have forgotten, seeing as though that you are not me. However, we're going to be talking about them nonetheless because these are some shows that I personally loved growing up, and I hope that everyone loved them as well. So let's get started, everybody. But before we get started with the episode, news anyone? The first piece of news from the world of Amazon, it has been revealed that The Boys Season 5 has been pushed back due to some scheduling conflicts from what we have read. However, we're still getting a Season 5 nonetheless, and they are bowing down and saying goodbye to the boys after the 5th season. This is due to the fact that all the actors are getting a little bit older and they're all starting to move on to other projects. I mean, come on, we saw that Carl Urban's going to be moving on to Mortal Kombat. But we are still getting a 5th season nonetheless, and we cannot wait for it. And I hope that we get a great conclusion to it. The second piece of news from the world of the DCU, it is looking like we're getting a trailer for Superman Legacy sooner than we thought it would be, due to the fact that they have finished filming and all of the post-production is complete, and all the actors are very excited about it. James Gunn has revealed that he will be releasing a trailer that will be coming out after Sonic the Hedgehog 3 releases into theaters. However, this is just rumors, not set in stone, but if it is set in stone, we can't wait. The final piece of news is that a campaign has been started to make Michael Jai White Black Lightning for the new DCU. Personally, I think it would be a great idea due to the fact that Michael Jai White is a very underrated and underutilized actor. But he's already been part of the DC universe, seeing as though he was Bronze Tiger in the Arrowverse. With that said, him playing Black Lightning is just a rumor. It's not necessarily set in stone. It's not necessarily something that a lot of fans want either. But hey, we'll talk about that some other time. Now remember, these are shows you probably don't even remember. With that said, if you do remember them, or if you have something that I may not remember, put it in the comment section down below. Really, get in the discussion, people. The first series we're going to talk about is Escaflowne. You see, in Escaflowne, it follows the story of a young girl who happens to be a psychic that can see the future, and she was beamed up to another planet that was hidden in the stars. I mean, talking about it was hidden outside of the Milky Way universe. She was also brought into a middle of a war with her best friend, Prince Vaughn, who eventually became her love interest. Also, Prince Vaughn wears an amazing suit of armor called Escaflowne. Escaflowne, it premiered on Fox Kids 10 a.m. It came on in between dinosaurs and a new episode of Digimon. That's what I remember. I liked it. I especially got into it because I liked the Fox Kids version of the theme song. Along with Escaflowne came another show called Dinosaurs. This show followed the story of a group of warriors known as Dino Knights, who have been asleep for 65 million years until they are awakened by two kids who gain the Dino Knight keys. And the Dino Knights have to help them against an evil group of aliens known as the Dragosaurs, who are basically stealing Earth's life force from the planet in order to make themselves stronger. I loved it. You will love it. It premiered on Fox Kids along with Escaflowne, Power Rangers, and a whole lot more. I remember it because it had the most lively theme song ever. The next series we're going to talk about is a series known as The Boom Crew. The Boom Crew premiered on Kids WB and Cartoon Network. It followed the story of a group of kids who all created their own video game until they were sucked up into a magical vortex and brought into a world that was similar to the video game that they created. And so they have to get all their game cards back in order to escape and save the world. I liked it because like Escaflowne, I got into it because of the theme song, which was done by Buddha. Yeah. I like that theme song. Next series we're talking about is Daigatta Defenders. Daigatta Defenders follow the stories of a group of warriors known as the Daigatta Defenders, who all use different Daigatta stones, which are basically these stones that have these signs of power on them that have different powers attached to them. It premiered on Disney XD alongside Motor City, and a lot of other shows. It was one of my favorite shows due to the fact that it was basically like Yu-Gi-Oh! Only with stones or something like that. I mean, come on, who didn't like that? Now, Martin Mystery wasn't necessarily my favorite show, but then again, it wasn't the worst show I've ever seen. Martin Mystery followed the story of a paranormal investigator named Martin Mystery, who was dealing with everything from the prehistoric to the extraterrestrials and dating. See, Martin Mystery premiered on Nickelodeon and alongside Jetix and a lot of other channels. It was one of those shows that you didn't expect to be good, but at the same time, it was very good. It was created by Marathon Media, who also created Totally Spies and Gormiti. I liked it. I mean, I don't know about anybody else. The next series we're going to talk about is IGPX, the Immortal Grand Prix. In the Immortal Grand Prix, it follows the story of Takashi and Team Satomi, who are all competing in something called the Immortal Grand Prix. The difference between this and every other show is that the Immortal Grand Prix featured them racing in mech suits. You see, each suit had to go at least 200 to 400 miles per hour and over thousands of miles of track. Now, it was very cringy due to the fact that it had a lot of stuff that you would expect for celebrities to go through, such as dating and paparazzi, all that kind of stuff. But Team Satomi would always come out on top, and it was, I mean, oh come on, I liked it. Speaking of racing shows, another racing show we're going to talk about is Oban Star Racers. It premiered on Jetix along with Get Ed and Power Rangers Mystic Force. It was a show about a girl who had to go to another planet called Oban to race in the ultimate competition for the ultimate prize. And losing means the destruction of her entire planet well, that's basically in a nutshell. That's what it is. It premiered on Jetix and it was one of the most fun shows that anybody has ever seen. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I liked it. But that's just me talking. Like me, a lot of people remember the series Chaotic due to the fact that it was basically a trading card game along with Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and Digimon. However, what they don't know is that it was also an animated series and one of the most popular to ever be invented. It only lasted 3 seasons, but it was amazing nonetheless. It followed the story of a group of kids who go to this place called Chaotic, where they all transform into monsters and fight in these worlds where they use amazing powers, skill cards, a lot of cool stuff. However, this is just from what I have seen. I don't know the real story. This is just from what I have seen from watching 15 episodes of it so far. The last series we're going to talk about is Dinosaur King. People may not remember this series, but it premiered on 4Kids TV every Saturday morning. It followed the story of a group of kids who find these little pets that transform into dinosaurs after swiping their cards, and all have amazing abilities in electricity, wind, and forest power. And they have to fight against the Alpha Gang, who are using their dinosaurs in order to gather as many dinosaur cards as possible in order to destroy the Earth. However, this is just from what I've read. But I did love Dinosaur King because I loved the theme song, I loved the action in it, and I most especially loved everything that happened outside of the action and the series. It had a lot of light humor. It was really fun to see. I hope that everyone liked it as much as I did. With that, another episode of the Curtis Zone comes to a close, ladies and gentlemen. I ask that you remember to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. And if you have a series that's on this list that you want me to talk about next on my YouTube channel, on this channel that you're currently subscribed to, just remember to get in that comment section and tell me which one you want. I love you all. I will see you all soon. And remember to hit the notification bell if you want to get first access to new videos. I love you all. Peace.
But my heart wanna stay